fake Facebook man, posting lies about my life which no one else can. Filters on my face to disguise my age, showing money that I don't have as words on my page. Why don't you come and join my team? It's called living the fake Facebook live dream. If they post a pic of me deep clean, but it's pizza and burgers for dinner, you know what I mean. A snapshot of vacations that I got no money to take. Send you one of my sports cars, you know that it's a fake. Got my walls loaded up with things that aren't even true. Pretending on Facebook is my thing too. Yeah, 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 yeah.
2,000 friends, which I've never done met. A pic of my lunch is what you're gonna get. I had a post of your baby, say it's one darn cute kid. But I lied cause it's ugly, that's called an online fib. I talk about success in my job and the pending promotion, but in reality it's a psych cause I got a demotion.
Only the fake Facebook man, posting lies about my life which no one else can. Filters on my face to disguise my age, showing money that I don't have as words on my page. Why don't you come and join my team? It's called living a fake Facebook live dream.
You block me on Facebook without a judge, jury, or trial. I'll be creeping you the next day with a shiny new profile. See a pic of my family? Yeah, we're having a good time. Well, the joke's on you. We have not talked in 8 months or 9. I'll tell you about the weather and the stuff you don't need to know. I'll fake a good illness so the sympathy will grow. I'll ask you to donate to my made-up cause and post selfies on the daily. That ain't breaking no laws. So don't judge the life of the fake Facebook man, pretending to be happy like no one else can.
Mark Kinsman, are you still judging the fake Facebook man, or are you over it by now?
I'm over the fake Facebook man by now.
Yeah, that's right. But you still love my rapping, right? Or is
Yeah, love your rap. It's actually become just part of the furniture now. I'm so used to that song. I was just making a coffee. I actually know the exact part when you come in. I still have enough time to fill up my coffee cup and get back here.
Right. Okay, so we have an amazing show tonight.
Yes, we do.
I can't wait. Now, the boys and the gals over at Timmins RV, we love them, right?
Yeah, we sure do. They are one of our prime sponsors at KINZ and KLOMP Live. They have the Get S'mores event, the Get S'more event on right now, $1,000 cash back. They also have where you can bring your RV on site, get it appraised, and they'll do the appraisal on site while you're shopping for your brand new RV and, get yourself the new one while you're there. All the financing done in one shop, which is just past the Kamoskoska turnoff as you're heading left there. It's the first left past the Kamoskoska turnoff. And again, financing up to 20 years if you need it, and do not pay for 6 months. You could walk in there tomorrow and search out your favorite RV, and your first payment wouldn't be until after summer, which is kind of cool.
That's my type of payment schedule. Now, when you go camping, are you planned? Like, do you stock the RV, or do you get out to the campground and you realize you missed the potato chips, you forgot the pop, you forgot, I don't know, all the supplies, and you have to head back to town?
Usually forget something. Usually for me, it's the axe. The axe is never the sharpest. You put it away after the season. You're not sharpening it in the off season. You get there and I'm hacking the wood with, it's the dullest thing ever.
Right.
You have to go buy the new axe every year.
All right. And we had a big winner, right? We had 2 big winners on the last show. They named the 2 new canines. That's exciting. I love it.
Yes, they did. Martin Peel for Pat's Canine Protection and Detection Services. It was the naming of the 2 canine pups, and their names still have their ballots here. Kiana Brio named one of the canine pups Sade, the female, and Harper LaMarche named the male Brinks. So now they have names when Martin and Christine are out trying to tame these two new pups with Sniper. I think we've got a video of this.
Well, I have exclusive video, Kinsman. I've been working all day.
Videos.
I went to Martin's house. He doesn't want, he says, it's very secret training he's doing with the canines, but I snuck in with my cell phone. You want to see what I captured?
Let's see.
Now, do you know something? That's actually Martin playing the guitar too while he's training the dog. So he's a musician, and
he's the jack of all trades and the master of all of them.
Yeah, isn't that awesome? So I know that both the winners are very excited. They've named the two new canines, and they got some exciting things coming to them. $50 from Martin and Canine Pads. Protection detection services, plus they're going to get a picture with the dogs, and they're going to get updates on the training and maybe a chance to be part of the training.
That's right. They get to keep tabs on their pups as they start their crime fighting here in the city of Timmins. Right now it looks like they probably lick you to death. Right. Nice looking pups there. But
Martin, he says hello. So Martin can also train you, provide security, and he also teach you how to play guitar while the dogs are running around. But that's awesome. Yeah,
it is awesome. And again, the winners, Harper LaMarche naming Brinks, and Kiana Brio has named Sade, the two new canine crime fighters for Pads Canine Protection and Detection Services here in the city.
Yes, two new Timmins residents, right?
That's right.
That's right. That's awesome. So, two exciting segments tonight. The first one is KX Yard Care. Mm-hmm. These boys, it's unreal. So, my son's 11 years old, and he's upstairs right now on his computer. And I'm saying these boys should be the role models for him. They're out doing amazing yard services. They're entrepreneurs. At 11, I wasn't doing anything what they're doing. No. They're doing an amazing job, and we're lucky enough to have them on the show tonight.
Yes, let's bring them on. We've got Kingston, Xavier. I do believe Mom Shannon is joining us as well. Do we have them all on the kit? There they are. They changed up the shuffle from the test link there, so I gotta find out who's who here. We've got is it Xavier with the camo hat?
Yeah.
So Xavier on the far right. We've got Kingston in the middle, and Shannon. You're a proud mother joining your two proud boys on the show tonight. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having us. I'm very proud. They're actually stepbrothers, so they're the exact same age, and so it's props to Xavier's mom and stepdad as well, because
excellent.
They helped us raise good boys.
I seen when we were playing the intro music, one of the boys was dancing to my song. So maybe I am a little cool, Kinsman, and you were wrong all along. So tell us a little bit about what you guys are up to. What's KX Yard Care, and how did this all get started?
We were kind of just looking for like a bit more, like a few extra dollars, because I want to save up for and start a shoe collection. And that, and I don't know, just like to get around and do something, because not everyone could like go and do that. Like not many people pick up. So
they basically wanted to find something to make some extra money for savings, and we said, well, think of something that no one wants to do.
Yeah.
And, you know, at your age, you can go around doing, and that's helpful to other people. And so we came up with this idea, and it's been super successful so far.
You've got quite the following on Facebook already. We posted a post, or we shared your post. We saw the two boys posting saying that they were going to be on the show, and it's great seeing. I know Celeste Levy, you know, a big musician here from Timmins. Her mom has shared the post saying she's got yard work for the boys. Have you picked up some extra work from the post today?
It's been insane the amount of support that's coming in. So it's been nonstop messages since we posted like the first ad, and we're slowly going through our list and getting people booked in, and they're booking into the new spring break that's coming up. So they're doing pretty well.
Yeah, it's complete. So how does it work? You guys arrive in the yard, and does someone like flip who's going to do what duty, or you both just get the work, or
we do it. We take all, because we have we have a rake for each of us, and then we have our shovels, and then our bins to put the bags in to pick it up and put it in there. So we take that out of the car, and then we go knock on the door and let them know that we're here, and then they show us where to do it, and then we'll do that, and then we ask them if when we're done, we ask them if it's good enough, and then they say yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
That is super impressive. And I guess it really depends on the yard. Like I know my yard, I got 2 Great Danes, and I think I'm going to have to book some time because my yard is filled with Great Danes. So I assume that you guys are earning your money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the big chore right now? Obviously, with the snow that we've had melting, is it the dog poop, or is there some? I know you focus on odd jobs. What is the other odd jobs that you've been asked to do?
More just poop, really, right now. Mm-hmm. Anyways,
they have a little bit of stuff on the spring break. A few friends have like some subflooring that they're going to be doing, so he's going to they're going to be learning some skills. They're going to help out their grandfather with his sawmill. They help this summer building his house and things like that. Piling wood and things like that. So those are the odd jobs they do.
Nice.
Oh, yes. So it's just not, going back and cleaning up the yards because the snow's melted. The boys are equipped to do a lot of different things and help people out.
Yeah.
So are you planning on, keeping going through the summer?
Yeah, but more like lawn mowing because that'll be more popular. But
it's very smart, Kinsman. You see, we just hire these boys and we won't have to do anything.
Well, that's right. That's the smartest thing to do, right? April 12th to 16th on your Facebook page right now, boys. That's the week that you're focusing on. So if you have any work to do, contact KX Yard Care on Facebook. And again, that week, Xavier and Kingston can help you out. Looking at their list, scooping, the poop and scoop, mowing, whippersnippering, raking and seeding, and again, odd jobs. So if you've got anything lying around that, it's always the jobs that, we always put off. We're big procrastinators, human beings, right? So something that is maybe we've been sitting in the backyard for too long, give the boys a call and, they can,
that's right.
Make a few bucks.
And I'm wondering too, because they must be pretty busy because they're in school. And then after school, I guess you guys get right to work. Do you have jobs during the week also?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So right now they're averaging about 2 to 3 after school. So they come home, they'll usually have a little snack, go get one job done, come home, have dinner, and then nail the other jobs out. And then the weekends they book a little bit more, but they're hoping for the spring break because they'll be home. They'll have some more time to fit in some more spots.
Now you said a shoe collection you're saving up for. What type of shoes are you trying to collect? Maybe we've got are there shoes that maybe a viewer watching tonight would have that they could donate to you, or are they a new shoe that you want to keep up to date with?
More just like Nikes and Jordans, just to have them on display, and I will wear some of them, but I just want to collect them.
Now, Kinsman, you don't understand what the cool kids do. First of all, they're not going to wear donated shoes, okay?
Well, what if someone has
me and
someone has a collector's Nike or a Jordan that they don't want? They could, maybe they benefit from it on
me and you are in our 40s. We wear Crocs. This is not what these boys are talking about. They're talking about Jordans and Nikes and something new. And the thing is, right, to display them. It's not the shoes we know nothing about this.
I've got the balance. I'm the 43-year-old dad. What do they say? The dad shoes.
Yeah.
They came up on a meme one day, and it was the white balance. I'm pretty sure I got them at Sport Check. Green grass everywhere. I've got those shoes, so they're not those shoes, right, guys?
So have you guys always been entrepreneurs, thinking about business and making and saving money, or is this something that you just started recently thinking of?
Well, I mean, I do want to save up for a sled next year, so that's what I'm saving up, like, in the long run. But yeah, just really recently, for me, anyways.
That is super good, and it almost. Credit to the mom, dad, and the step parents. I'm sure they've been pushing you along and to get this thing going and managing the social media page, which is really cool. Is it true? I was on there today. Have you added a couple new team members to help out?
So they have Xavier's sister, Lily. So we have quite the blended family.
Okay.
So Xavier's sister, Lily, helps out. So when he's at his mom's house, because it's a week on, week off, we'll try and get them jobs on the north end of town, more on their side, and they'll go and do those jobs during that week. And then Kingston will focus more on like the south side, and then bigger jobs, they might all work together. When Xavier's here, the boys work together. So it's been working out good for all three of them.
Yeah, no kidding. It's an amazing story. So for folks that don't know, how can they get in contact with the yard services?
So the best way is to go to our Facebook page, which is KX Yard Care, Yard Care, and message the Facebook page itself. But you can also email at kxyardcare@gmail.com.
Excellent. And what types of rates, if someone was wondering what they charge, like, is it a set rate or does it vary by the job?
It does vary by the job, but for like poop scoop services, the going rate is starting at $40, and then depending on how many dogs and the size of the yard, we base it off of that and give them a quote, and then the boys go and do their job.
Excellent.
We're getting some suggestions on shoes now. Brad says the Hype Beast shoe collection, and tell them to look at the magnetic shoe holder that makes the shoe float. It's pretty slick.
B-Rad's all into the collection.
Yeah. He's our age, but he has nice shoes. But it's good. It's good if you work hard, all spring and all summer. It's good to have a reward at the end of it. So I know a lot of folks, and we're all proud of what you guys are doing, guys and gals, and I think it's tremendous. I really do. And you are helping people out and working hard. And you're right. And a lot of people, I know me, I should have picked it up all winter, but now comes spring and it's a disaster. So
we all put it off. It's like shoveling the driveway. We all start the first few snowfalls. You're like, I'm going to actually, pick up and keep up with the dog poop. And then a snowfall comes. I'll get it next time. I'm going to get it next time. And then when you get out there, it's all frozen and I'm just going to wait till spring, or for this case, I'll wait for KX Yard Care to come by now.
Yeah,
which is good news for you, right? The procrastination will make you two a lot of money.
Well, Xavier's happy because he's saving up for a dirt bike, so he's pretty excited too.
Excellent stuff. Well, we wish you all the best.
And then in the winter, they could go into shoveling of the driveways and that. It could be a year-round business. Were you thinking about that?
Yeah, we have actually a few times we've talked about it.
And like what we did too is we made them like a Google Calendar schedule and then like a Google Doc so they can track all their income, their expenses, and everything. And that way they can have some savings too. So maybe they can purchase a snowblower if they decide they want to do yards in the winter type of thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Or if anybody's watching and has an old snowblower that just needs to be tweaked a bit, maybe they can donate it to the boys for the winter.
That would be really nice.
That would be nice. Yeah.
Right. It sounds like we need a good mentor on it. Do you want to come? I wonder if Mom wants to come help us out and mentor us and get us straight.
We need the accounting side, Shannon. Can we join the family there?
We need some parenting also. Like they're on the right track here.
That's right. Yeah, good stuff for the boys there.
Yeah, but congratulations once again. Please keep us up to date how things are going. If you have any promotions that you want us to share and help promote, we're always happy to do it. We're just a message away. And congratulations to everyone.
Okay, well, thank you very much for having us on. I know we really appreciate the advertising and the support.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks for hopping on there, Shannon. We've got Kingston, Xavier, and again, KX Yard Care on Facebook. Go support the guys and their new recruits, and let's keep them busy with their the odd jobs here in the city.
That's right. You got it. Thank you.
All right. Have a good night, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Wasn't that's awesome, right?
Such a good story, and it's nice to see kids, out, trying to make a buck, get to the eventual dream of the shoe collection.
You know what's happening here tonight, Kinsman?
What's that?
Your light's a little bit dark and mine's like really, I look like the angel and you're sort of looking like the devil tonight.
Do you need me to change my light here?
Oh, you could do whatever you want. Oh, nah. It now looks like you have an Instagram filter.
Yes. How about that one?
Okay.
Same
one. Are you ready for this Unethical Podcast? We know Richard Studel.
Yes, we do.
Funny guy.
Yeah, well-known comedian. He's he's well-known now. He's the new trivia guy over at Full Beard Brewing.
Yes.
He's had one, a Tuesday ago? Kicked it off with
he had one on Tuesday.
Yeah.
But they have started the Unethical Podcast. It's awesome. It has their own spin on it. I find it brilliant and funny. And to me, like I've added to my collection of podcasts. I love what they're doing. And we got the team here tonight. So you want to bring them in?
And it's a widespread team. We've got, I think we're covering all around the globe on these streams.
Hello.
Is that Christy or Tally?
I'm Celeste, actually.
I'm Tally.
Let me add names for you, Kinsman, for you don't get confused.
Okay, there we go. We got Celeste, Tally, and we know Richard. Oh, Richard's mic's off.
He's the group big
Sorry,
guy.
there you go. I did it.
What an introduction.
Tone it down.
Hey.
Can you tell he's the big brother of the group?
Yes. We could definitely tell. So, like, when you guys started the podcast, was Studel like, was he last pick, like when you played sports in the schoolyard, or you guys? It sounds like you made it around his humor.
Richard, I'm going to let you answer that so you can lie. I'm not going to call you out here.
Okay, that's okay. I'm going to go with. I'm the only guy that responded to the ad. That's why she's like, I need a male voice, and I was the only one. So, is that last or first? It's both.
I'd call it first. You've got the bragging rights, right? No one else applied, so you picked up the job right there.
Yeah,
a job.
Yeah. So tell us, maybe we'll ask Celeste, how did this all come together? Because you folks are all from different continents, or did it stretching across the world here? Like, how did the team come together? How did the idea come together? Then how did the team come together?
Unethical Podcast was a brain baby of mine. It went through quite a few drafts, and we finally landed on this one, or I did. And I'd established myself in some podcast groups, and I sent out sort of, a call to arms, hit me up if you want to do a podcast kind of thing. And then Richard snaked on in, tried to send me a dick pic, and I was like, business first. And then, he made an impression after the dick pic. The dick pic was in. So he made an impression, and then I got Christy on, and I talked to Tally a little bit, and I talked to 50, 60 other people too. And it finally just ended up winding down to these guys. I only wanted a couple of hosts, a dude and someone else, but they all kind of, if you've listened to our first episode, that was the first time we ever spoke to each other.
Really?
All of us. So
yeah, for sure.
It just worked.
Good chemistry right off the hop. Like Jamie was saying, you're covering all the bases. You know, Celeste, you're from Alberta. Tally, you're from Minnesota. Obviously, Richard from here in Timmins, representing. You're in Iroquois Falls there, Richard, or you're a Timmins boy now?
No, I like to be known as an Iroquois Falls person. You know.
All right.
I'm fine with that.
Falls representing, and one who's not here who might pop in, Christy, all the way from down under. It's what, a 12-hour time zone difference when if she hops on. Is she going to hop on the call tonight?
I think she's backstage there, KINZ.
Is she?
Think so.
That would be.
Is she there?
I don't see her. Not yet.
No, not there yet.
Wait, someone just heard a click. Oh, wait, hold on. The magic of streaming.
There you go.
There we go.
There's Christy.
Christy did it.
She's on to prove that the world is not flat because it's a 12-hour difference from where she is from where we are.
Hey, guys.
Hi, Christy. Welcome to KINZ and KLOMP Live tonight. You're representing Down Under.
What a full screen.
Sorry,
I guess this is what it feels like to have friends. More than,
Sorry, I'm on my phone because it's 7:20 in the morning here, and I'm trying to get my son ready for school, and I've also got a 11-month-old that I'm chasing around, so I have to be on the go. So
you got to be on the go. That's okay.
No worries. So maybe I'll ask Tally because you guys have a bit of a larger cast. When you sit down and you get the production going on the next episode, does everyone like have equal input, or are there arguments? Like, give us the juice behind the scene. There has to be some sort of argument. Who gets this talking time? Who gets what? Or is it all peace? Hopefully it's arguments.
I don't think there's been any real arguments. Richard talks a lot. But yeah, it's really good chemistry. Really good chemistry between all of us. We all kind of started ripping on Christy in the first episode. So that's kind of been the rolling joke. And then, of course, Richard's loud mouth. He's like the big brother, so he's just like, guys, we need to look at all the perspectives before we can move on. And I'm just the guy with the one-liners.
Well, I like that role right there. Too bad it's built. That's all I got is a one-liner. And for you, Christy, I'm kind of curious how you guys choose like your subject matter. You guys just all bring everything to the table and you pick one, or one person takes the lead?
Well, when we first started out, Celeste, because she's been thinking about this and building it in her brain for such a long time, she's had a plethora of information already organized. So we just kind of started out with some stuff that she already had, but now we've I know Richard's writing some stuff, and Tally's just recently done an episode. So and Tally and I are both working on something together now, but Celeste still has so much stuff for us to get into. But if we've got ideas, we all just put it in and we talk about it. But yeah, we're just working our way through Celeste's massive mountain of work that she's already put in before we all met each other.
Yeah.
That's really fun. And for you, Richard, or have you been getting along with the ladies, or are you trying to take a dominant male voice?
No, they've been keeping me in line more than anything.
Good, man.
No, but it's this is like a brainchild of Celeste, and she's got all the I want to add on to what Christy was saying. This is Celeste's baby, man, and we're just on board for the ride, and I want to help, so I'm writing, and we're all just trying to pitch in. But really, Celeste has all the she's the heart of this thing, man. She's the one pushing us to be better and do things better, and I'm following her lead on this because her instincts have been nothing but great so far. We got something crazy coming up at the end of the week that you guys are gonna blow your mind off of. If you're actually listening, I don't know if you're actually listening, KLOMP. If you are, though, you're gonna probably cry laughing. It's outrageous. And it's all Celeste's idea. It's all Celeste's idea, and she was like, "Should we do this?" And I was like, "I'd be dumb not to listen to you." So this is where we're at. The whole thing. Yeah, I see someone's mentioning Bo saying Celeste is an unethical genius. Correct.
Oh,
That is
that's
true.
That's my wife, by the way.
Well, like
She's our number one fan.
Kinsman, I know I'm taking over with the questions, but I'm just curious with Celeste. So once you seem to be the brainchild behind it. So do you have one of those like dark type minds that always goes to the weird things in life and the crime world? Or like, do you like focusing on those things? Is this how this whole thing generated? Because I love true crime and stories that take a negative turn. So that's my type of thinking. Is that sort of where you wanted to go? And that's an entertaining story to tell?
Let me ask you this, Klomp.
Yes.
What kind of salsa are you? Do you
What kind of-
consider yourself mild, spicy, or California Reaper or Carolina Reaper? Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm maybe medium. If I'm
I'd be a mild, I think.
Okay. Well, I think us here, I think we're ghost peppers. Oh no!
Oh no!
I love.
Mara!
Who brings a baby?
Who brings a baby, Christy? So I mean, to give you a little taste here, when you let me in, my gut reaction was to ask you how your treatment was going.
She's still talking to you, Plop. Yeah.
Oh, I get asked that once a week.
And I was like, that's a funny opener, but that's not funny, is it?
Right. I love it. Yeah. It's the definite bulge of like the Mr. Clean talk comes out at least 3 times a day.
It's cool. I've got just like the bald top going on. That's why I always have the hat on. In every single one of our videos, you'll see I've always got this on. Because I'm bald, man. Just like you.
I love it. That's like, what was it, Kim Mitchell or something there, Kinsman?
Yeah,
Wasn't he rocking that hair?
Yeah, he rocks that hair too. Does he not?
I thought
Like a
when I booked this, I thought this was Rosh and Mocha. No, I'm just kidding.
No, yeah, Jaws and Polka. Well,
Yeah, Jaws and Polka.
we can submit a laugh track for about 30 seconds.
Yeah,
if you really want to fit right in. But no, I think it's awesome. So what do you guys? So there's a new episode a week, right?
Dose 2 per week.
We just upped it to 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at some point, are we going to see video, or are we going to keep to the audio format?
Dick, you take this.
Yeah, Richard, you go.
Video is actually we have video. Am I talking? Am I shaking again? Like am I actually doing it?
No, you're looking pretty.
You're
Okay, good.
A slight
Yeah.
delay.
Thanks, Kinsman.
That's the time.
Kinsman,
zone
you're looking
difference
good
here
too.
at Falls.
Yeah. Kinsman, don't sell yourself short. You're looking good too. No, we do video. We record all our stuff. It's just we put it on to Patreon. So if anybody wants to go onto our Patreon, we actually have a $5 level where you get episodes early, and a $10 level where you get all the unedited episodes. So sometimes they're like 3-4.5 hour long. The last one was a good lengthy one.
Oh, wow.
And Dick's Trivia. We've got Dick's Trivia videos. The hosts do that too. So
yeah. So after I do trivia full beard, I give the girls it afterwards. So if you want to go figure out, because if I start doing in Miracle Falls or anywhere else, you'll know all the answers. So if you just got to go get $10 trivia, and then you can know all my answers to my trivia in Miracle Falls. So, but the ones in Timmins I do before the Patreon. I might do it before on Patreon just to make people go on Patreon. That might be a good idea too. I don't care if
you could tie both in together there, and
yeah, exactly. But yeah, no. So there's so there's enough. We have so much extra content. It's unreal on our Patreon. So if anybody wants to go check that out, it's I guess it's Unethical Podcast on Trivia. Is that what it's called, Celeste? Or is it Unethical?
This latest comment has got me. What are we talking about? Patreon? Unethical Podcast. We're Unethical Podcast everywhere, my dude.
Yeah, I just thought our YouTube was like Unethical Crime Podcast, so I just thought it was different. One thing was different.
No, just our email's different. YouTube is Unethical Podcast.
Okay, that's cool. Jean-Francois making a smart mouth joke. He's another comedian from Cochrane. He's a funny guy. He has all the chemistry of the talk with dirty words. Is that what he said?
Yeah.
None of the crying.
I'll put it
and none of the crying.
there's a comment there from Jean-Francois Brisson. Unethical has all the chemistry of the talk and none of the crying.
Yeah,
that's right. We were just saying there.
No,
Is that true? So, let me ask you a question here. So, do you guys ever feel like there's no line to cross? Do you always try and push the boundary?
Do you want to take this,
I don't know if
Tally?
we-
Yes.
I want.
Yeah.
Sorry, Christy, I didn't mean to cut you off. It's
just kind of.
No, I was just going to say I don't think we ever aim to do it. I think it just happens organically with us for some reason. We talk and banter, and then all of a sudden we are so far past the line that we can't see it anymore. So
So if you tiptoe to it, you cross the boundary. You just keep going, and and that's where the episode will steer itself.
Potentially, but like there are limits to me. If you guys want to know for real, I was talking about this with Celeste today. Is like I don't mind making fun of the murderer or the bad guy in the show, but I'm not going to make fun of the victims and stuff. I actually feel bad for these people. You know what I mean? I actually there's lines. I'm not going to go there and taunt the people that are suffering from these cases. These are real things we're talking about.
Like
and these are real people.
They're based off of what? Unsolved mysteries and true crime stories, and just watching late night TV where you come across like First 48 of that darkness involved in these.
Yeah, I can tell KINZ hasn't even turned on the first 5 minutes of any episode. That's fine though. We all don't go to things we say we do. Kloppy knows we did the first episode. We did Vince Lee. Okay, you remember Vince Lee, KINZ? You must from Newsing. He was a big Canadian story. You remember him?
Yes, from Winnipeg.
Yeah, so we did that story. Obviously, we're not going to make fun of all the people that were on the bus. We made fun of him for being him. You know what I mean?
Well, did we not make a little bit of fun of Tim McLean for being a carnival barker? I seem to recall that was like 10 minutes of our content was carnival barker jokes.
Sure, making fun of a carnival barker is one thing, but not the crime. We didn't make fun of him for getting murdered, for being a ridiculous job. Like, that's...
I think that was more so because being Australian, I had no goddamn idea what it was. We don't have carnivals here, so I'm like, what the hell is a carnival barker?
Maybe I think that I'm going to ask Celeste this question. So, do you think there could still be a serial killer nowadays? And back with like Dahmer and them, there was no cell phones with video footage. I feel like a serial killer is finished right now in like 15 minutes. There's no one on the run. So you think the days of the serial killer is over just because of social media and it's so easy to catch these guys now?
I'm going to say no, and I'm also going to say something that's a little unethical here. I'm going to say no because this is Canada, and there are serial killers victimizing our First Nations women constantly.
Mm-hmm.
Even with, if you remember I can't remember her name. Somebody help me out here. There was a full video or phone call recording, remember, with the guy's voice and everything, and he's still out there.
Yeah, I remember that. And she was like, I don't know where I am right now. That was scary. That was a scary one for sure.
Mm-hmm. As long as there's vulnerable victims, serial killers aren't going anywhere.
Yeah.
But Ted Bundy used to just show up at the beach at a July 4th party and just scoop up women right there and just go unnoticed, and even call himself Ted. It seemed a lot easier back then.
I imagine it was easier, but I mean, there's still creative people out there. The internet exists. There's people that are killing people right now. There's a guy in Long Island. There's a serial killer in Long Island right now. There's a active serial killer in Atlanta, if I'm not mistaken. There's people. We just caught Bruce MacArthur 3 years ago in Toronto. They get more and more creative. It's not like. What do you think, Tally? Tally had something to say. I just kind of. Oh, she's working.
Well, obviously, we don't think murder is funny. We don't think murder is funny. It's our coping mechanism. Otherwise, it's humor. That's how we get through these stories because they're so terrible and so terrifying. With Vince Lee, I mean, just all of a sudden, something could happen to you. So that's what I was gonna say. But we just caught the Golden State Killer, and he was murdering people for 30 years. So, it can go both ways. It depends on how manipulative and cunning you are.
Is there anything more creepy than the Night Stalker's original photo when they captured him? His original priest. Have you guys seen that photo?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
It's pale white, and he has like sort of. To me, that's the creepiest serial killer picture of all time.
Yeah,
For me, it's
maybe.
kids. When kids are in mugshots,
serial
it's like,
killers?
what
I
happened?
was gonna say,
Yeah,
what
or
kid
kid
serial killer?
killers.
No, you
Kid
remember what was her name?
killers.
Mary Bell. I think her name was Mary
Just
Bell.
Yeah.
Sally.
Creepy.
Are you guys gonna focus on some of the like unknown cases, or are you gonna profile some of like the more known prolific serial killers? Are you gonna, or is your goal to like tell stories that maybe didn't get a lot of press coverage?
Who's tackling that one?
I think in general, the more bizarre the case, the better. If it's less known, great. If it's, I mean, that's great. But one thing that we do is if we do a case that is very notorious, we will put our own spin on it that will make it unique and not just another true crime episode about it. Like we're doing this week with Gypsy Rose Blanchard, and our episode released on Friday. Check out Friday's episode. I'm telling you, you won't be disappointed. It is never before done. I promise you.
It was so much fun to do. So much fun to do. What's it, Gypsy?
Yeah.
Richard, you want to give us a little taste?
Yeah, you can't leave it like that.
All right, here it comes. I'm having lots of fun on the KINZ and KLOMP show. Too bad I'm in jail right now. I played Gypsy for an hour. Anyways,
Continue on. I'm starting to get that. I like that. I'm starting to get warmed up.
yeah.
Can you give us a quote? Can you give us a quote? Come on, work that brain.
You're setting me up right
Do the
now.
one.
You're
Do the
setting
one.
me up right now.
Do it.
The one where
want
she says she's on Facebook.
What about sleeping outside? Just pick one, man. You know the one that I want, but if you won't do it,
Let's just say it has hot and wet in it. That's or soft and wet. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it on KLOMP's live show. He's going to tell people to go to my live show where I make money. So I'm going to be nice to him.
Well, it's okay. I know how you roll, Studo. I think you're a perfect fit for this crew. I think you found the right career choice here.
I'm glad. I hope you do listen, KLOMP, and I hope KINZ can like not be terrified, like not have nightmares when we're done with them, but like listen too. But
Oh, now you're buffering.
you seem like you're totally like, this is not my scene. This is KLOMP's.
I think I could fit right in with this crew. Maybe to the
With
medium
Brian.
size point.
Yeah.
I
Well, we're
think
gonna
I'd
have
make
you
a
on, right?
guy. Yeah.
We're gonna have you on, right, KLOMPy? This weekend you're coming on to us, do an episode with us, right?
When you guys recording?
Sunday. You already said yes, you son of a bitch.
All right. I know you were doing a Friday last. You always change your times there, Stoodle. Where's your
thanks, Callie.
All right. So
Sorry.
once again,
Yeah.
where can folks find the Unethical Podcast?
No.
Everywhere.
Callie, go
You can-
for it.
Yeah.
Just
Allie's not paying attention. She's
you
gonna
can
go
find us
back
on
to the.
Facebook.
There you go.
She's working. She's working.
You can find us on Facebook at podcast, Instagram at Unethical Podcast, and Patreon. Whatever, just go to Patreon and look up Unethical Podcast.
Awesome.
Wherever
All right.
you eat your podcast.
Wherever you
Yeah, and you can
Who
stream
came up
us.
with that tagline. I like that one. Who came up with that
Free.
tagline?
That's all of
Consume is
us.
dead to us.
All
We
of
don't
us.
use
Consume is
that.
dead. We're done with
Right.
consume.
Right.
Also, when you go, if you do decide to go listen, which you should, go do it through Apple Podcasts so you can give us a 5-star rating and a review, because that helps us immensely. It helps us more than anybody knows. Actually, each review and each rating gets us closer and closer to be featured on the front page of iTunes, and we've been charting a bunch in Canada with true crime, so we want to keep the momentum going. And I would appreciate everyone that's been around me doing shows and stuff just to do this for me. One thing. I've been doing things for you for a while. One thing, motherfuckers. Sorry,
Hey.
mother fudgers. Damn it, I didn't.
I already did it for you, Stoodle. The minute you asked me, I did it for you.
I know you did. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about like you. You know, that person. And you, not the kids, because you shouldn't be listening to it, but keep up the yard work because you guys were good with that. Maybe your mom, though. Show her how iPods work.
Go subscribe.
Yeah, please
That's
do.
right.
That actually, it really helps a lot. I honestly,
All right.
So yeah, I want to keep the momentum going. So please, let's keep us going. What else
All
we
right.
got?
That's good.
Right on.
Anything else to close it up?
Well, we've got a naked child, so I mean, we're in big enough trouble. We gotta go. Let's dive
Okay,
into
yeah.
man.
Fair enough. Yeah. You know,
I'm trying. I'm staying above the waist. I'm staying above the waist.
That's right.
all right. Well, thanks so much. Yes, we're gonna
Thanks for
tune
joining
in.
us.
We're definitely. I've already given you the 5-star before I even listened to it because I just would be upset if I gave him a 4. But it's definitely a 5. All right.
Give us a 2, like Mrs. Anderson.
I love it.
All right. Thanks
Two
for
for half
joining
a
us.
minute.
All right. And
Hey, thanks for
maybe I'll
having
not
us.
sleep tonight.
Y'all have
All
a good
right.
one.
All right.
Thanks for
La,
having
la,
us.
la, la,
Hi,
la.
Christy, Richard, Tally, Celeste. Take care, guys.
Bye.
Hey, bye-bye.
All right. Oops. All right, Kinsman. It always takes a while to get things readjusted.
Such a unique podcast, Unethical Podcast.
Well, you know what?
And true crime. You know, it's funny how he says I don't suit that, but the late nights I'm watching the true crime stories, the unsolved mysteries. You know, back growing up, same types of shows where you want to find out what happened, and
Yes, but
it's
here's
those
what,
shows that keep me glued to the
yes,
tube. Right?
but here's what they're doing differently. They got a completely different spin on it, and their own personalities take over how they tell the story. It's just not a simple narration. So I think they're doing a real good job.
That's it. It's their own twist to it, and again, it's picking up rave reviews. If they're close to picking up the Apple Star, the 5-star ratings, that's what they need to see.
Should have brought on Mitch with these guys. They would have poked fun at him. They said, Kinsman, did you didn't look scared, did you?
No.
Mitch, what's this? Mitch Wilson gave me a 4-star review. How did you get a 5? I think I'm better than a 4 review. What did he give you a review on there, Chad? Okay, you know what? Let's bring Mitch on and find out what's this 4-star review.
I didn't leave a review.
No?
No.
Right.
I did not. There could
Maybe
be another
on the show. Did you give him a 4-star review on his show? On one of our shows?
No. I didn't leave a review. So that's a mystery. There could be another Mitchell Wilson. It is not exactly the world's most unique name in the world.
So,
and by the way, yeah, Janice, don't worry. Stoodle roasts me all the time. Every time I see him, I love it.
Yeah.
I'm used to it.
Chad says on Google.
I believe you. Let's look this up.
Maybe it's another Mitchell Wilson who gave him a rating.
That's what I mean. Like, I did not.
Shame on you, Mitch. Did you not pay your late fee?
What's that? Through renting through Chad, maybe? Who knows?
Yeah, Chad's like the new Blockbuster. Be kindly mind and
doing live research here.
All right.
Geeks.
Yeah. That's right. But I think Mitch would fit in with that unethical
reviews.
Team.
Mitchell Connolly gave you a 4-star review.
Wrong
He says
Mitch,
great
Dad.
staff. Yeah, come on.
Frame the wrong guy. You're going to be the next on the next
right.
episode.
I need a justice from Stoodle's crew.
Yeah, that's right. I think you would fit in with that crew, don't you think, Mitch?
Oh yeah, they seem like a great bunch. I also love the true crime stuff, so I could talk about that for hours. I'll have to check out the show. I told him I would.
The battle's on, so no,
it wasn't him. Sorry. Like, are you confirming it wasn't me, or are you saying no, it wasn't Mitchell Connolly? I know that was you.
Yeah, it was the other Mitch.
Oh, what do you got for us tonight, Mitch?
All right. Tonight I'm going to be handing out, with your help, favorite of mine from back in the radio days. This is the award music would play, the Tommy Lee and Martin Scarelli Award for reckless disregard for human well-being and compassion.
All right.
3 stories, only one of which will be crowned.
Janice is probably wondering, is it going to take 5 minutes tonight, Mitch? Are you 5 minutes or not?
We'll see. We'll see if we can do that, but I'm not going to rush it as much. So these guys, they bought a house in California, 4-bedroom house, only cost them $560,000. It's US, whatever. They paid cash for it. They got it. Realtor even says here, quote, he called me on a Sunday. So in traditional real estate, there's no way of doing that unless the buyers are buying cash. They paid the cash. He continues, every single I was dotted, every single T was crossed, everything was agreed to. Now, why am I telling you this? Well, there's a scumbag aspect coming in. But it ain't the house buyers. That was in January of 2020. They still have not moved into this house.
Oh, okay.
January 2020. The reason being,
Mhm.
old guy won't move out. Old guy won't move out.
But the guy they bought it from doesn't want to leave the house?
He won't leave the house.
Well, they rent a room for the guy.
He won't move. He won't leave. Now, he's there with his wife and kids. And like, what do you do about that, right? What do you logically do? If you bought a house, it's yours. The paperwork says it's yours.
Okay.
I'm asking you, you would call the authorities maybe, right?
The authorities and get them out of there.
Authorities say, oh, yeah, due to that COVID tenant eviction moratorium, nothing we can do for you.
He's abusing that side of things. Yeah,
Where is this happening again?
This is in California.
That's in California.
Okay,
so
probably entirely different laws down there than here.
Now, want to know what the authorities said they could do for him?
Yeah.
What's that?
If he went all beer for my horses and dragged them out of the house, they could arrest the guy for doing that, kicking him out of his own property. Interesting, right? He's been paying his mortgage for 14 months. The guy who's not in the house. 14 months, paying the mortgage, homeowners association, same amount of time. And yeah, apparently this guy's never left the house. His wife goes out to do groceries, but this guy will not leave. He's sticking his ground. What's the end game on this one? Like you could do this for a period of time, but when you leave, even if there's no legal consequences, your entire neighborhood or surrounding people just think you're the worst person of all time, right?
So maybe we could practice. I can move into Mitch's apartment and take over his bed. And then we would, I'll stay there for a couple weeks, eat all Mitch's craft dinner and see if he actually has a girlfriend or not and refuse to leave.
That's right.
Does that work for you, Mitch, or what?
Well, I mean, we'll see what Timmins' laws are in relation to the squatting in the one-bedroom apartment, which I'm pretty sure is a downgrade from your 12-foot ceiling man cave. But I mean, hey, if you want to switch, I mean, we can talk about that. Do you think Ranger even fits in the door here?
No, Ranger and Rookie would make your place look pretty tiny, man.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, before you get on to the next one, Mitch, of course, had done about Elite Geeks. He does have an auction for his business.
Yes, he does, through TFAC tonight.
Yeah, so 10 minutes until it's done, and he's got a lot of cool stuff on there. So check out his page, and if you want to bid on any of his awesome stuff, it's your last chance to do so. Sorry, Mitch, I did want to mention that for Chad.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I know the easy solution to this, by the way. Just show up in a Toyota Tundra full of 2x4s, start building the deck without a permit. The city will be down there in a second. Second.
Celeste is back. I'm just here to watch Dick get ripped on. There you go, Mitch. Were you watching the Unethical team?
I was indeed.
They make Stoodle look tame. I love them. I love them a lot.
And I didn't expect when he said he had a podcast team. I did not expect it to be like 4 women.
They're awesome.
Oh yeah, completely. Richard Stoodle doing a podcast. I pictured a lot more Stoodle looking dudes teaming up with him.
You can
very talented crew.
Yeah, they're awesome. Okay,
the bear, the
teddy bear.
There. Yeah, that one back there. My grandma got it for me when I was like 10. I don't know, like you need to have something kicking about.
That's right.
Mitch may have grandma issues, but what is the second? What's your second story?
This is nice. All right, number 2. Woman slams car into grandmother and child. Now, her reasoning was she was trying to hit someone else. You see, like complete. Oh, now I get it. This is from Local 10 News Orlando. So, she wasn't even just like doing a little bit of a skirt on the sidewalk trying to get a side
swipe. She was physically trying to hit someone else.
Bingo. Yeah. And so I'm not just talking about a little boop onto the sidewalk. I'm talking about she, quote, took down a portion of a gate before driving into a playground and hitting a grandmother and the 3-year-old grandson.
Jeez,
so apparently what went down is there was a fight going on across the park. And so these people were all filing out like, okay, this fight's getting a bit intense. And then Fedeline St. Felix. There we go. Fedeline spelled with a PH. Again, parents. Mm-hmm. There's a direct line from naming your kid something extremely weird to this sort of making the news. But just a heads up. She was the one driving. She said she went there to settle an argument with another woman, and she got, quote, emotional, which is I find that she got emotional. It's a weird way of saying attempted vehicular manslaughter, but I digress. Quote, I was attempting to run her over, but then I see someone put her out of the way. So grandma grabbed the kid, apparently saved his life. He has an injured leg. He will be fine. So there's a happy ending all around. Grandma got a couple staples as well. Hero grandma.
That makes an awkward Easter dinner coming up for them.
Woman says, quote, I was trying to find the brakes. I couldn't find the brakes. I didn't mean to hit them. It was an accident, and I hope they are okay. It was an accident. You were still trying to hit someone with your car. She's been arrested, all that other stuff. Listen how they end the story on this Local 10 News. McLeod's grandson sustained injuries to his leg, and the grandma received some staples. She told Local 10 News that her grandson doesn't even want to go to the park anymore. Breaks your heart. It really does. I mean that without a hint of irony. The poor kid is traumatized now because just scumbags. Nomination number 2 for the Tommy Lee and Martin Shkreli Award for reckless disregard for human well-being and compassion. We will roll into the third Thursday.
I have to address this first. So Ryan Dalton, this is part of the celebrity boxing world, and he has a fight coming up on June the 12th in Atlantic City. It's headlined by Lamar Odom versus Aaron Carter. Nice. You know, I work with that group, and Ryan is fighting James Salvey, who is a beast. So this is going to be a great fight, and we are going to have some of the celebrity boxing guys on the show as we get closer to June.
Yes.
And I'm looking forward to that. And Ryan, I don't know Ryan, but I love a lot of his video promos, and he's quite the character, and that's going to be a good fight. So, but we will get to that, Ryan, for sure. I can't wait for that. All and let's see. Joanne, oh my God, I'm closed caption and couldn't keep up with Mitch.
The closed caption's a bad idea. Once you start throwing the words together too fast, Facebook's algorithm might think I said something I didn't
understand anything. No.
All right, let's get to your third story.
Third nomination. This is from CTV. Probably should have done this in a different order, but this one's got a rant attached to it. Okay. Not that doesn't usually happen with me. But Toronto subway station was temporarily closed due to a wandering beaver. According to the Toronto Transit Commission, the beaver strolled up into the subway, and as a result, they had to temporarily close one entrance to the station. The reason given, due to an animal in distress. I mean, you got to get the beavers back where they belong. Where do you I guess I don't know Toronto at all. How do you think beavers got to the subway? It's not like there's like creeks and rivers flowing through everywhere, right?
Well, there's a big lake there.
Yeah, but the beavers aren't hanging out in the harbor at Lake Ontario. There's nothing for them there.
You never know with COVID. They're moving all over the place.
Could have been a prank. Someone dropped the beaver off. But anyhow, if you've seen the video, the guy gets a little closer with the video, and it starts slapping its tail in distress, and
right.
That's where the video ends. And I'm thinking they just let the beaver be, right?
And well, they
funny video though. It's funny. Like you don't expect to seeing a beaver walking through the subway. He was walking to the staircase down to the subway concourse there to hop on.
But if it was Timmins, no one would care. Because we see all types of ways. It's just maybe because it's Toronto.
Well, that doesn't happen in Toronto every day. Right?
Like on 3rd Street, I wouldn't be surprised if I saw a wallaby one time. Like it just the way that Timmins is. But Toronto, I had a question about that. Happy ending. Beavers got released back into nature, quote, later that morning. They even named them Rascal and Nickel. Good. Happy ending. So the nomination here is for no one in the story, but I want to give it to beavers just in general.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start here. They're trespassing. They're making people late for work. That's the start. I start with petty crimes. They're responsible for trillions of pennies of property damage across the history of this great nation. And they just chop down trees for fun. They chop down trees actually for fun. When I try to do that, by the way, they pull me out of Hollinger Park. The city pulls up. So it's, first of all, 2-tier justice system. I hate that.
No.
But I'm actually not kidding about the part about you go through a walk in nature and there's actually these little beaver spears all over the ground. So added with the tree lying right next to them. It's like, what are they coming back later for this tree? No, they just chopped it down because they felt like it and then left it.
One of my friends posted a coyote on his front deck
in Toronto. That's from Joanne.
So maybe that tops the beaver story. I don't know what Mitch thinks. He thinks of the weirdest things.
They're jerks, man. They're jerks. Beavers are jerks.
Do you sleep at all at night, or are you just buying these?
Well, Joanne was asking if he had a Red Bull tonight.
Did you have Red Bull tonight? There
was no Red Bull involved. My coffee's been done for far too long for that matter.
All right, Mitch.
So now but you have to decide out of beavers, the guy who's squatting in the house he sold to somebody, and the woman who tried to hit someone else, but actually hit 2 other innocent people. Out of those 3 nominations, who is most deserving of the Tommy Lee and Martin Scarelli Award for the reckless disregard for human well-being and compassion?
That's quite the title.
The lady
how you watch The Office.
Yeah, I'm going to say the lady hitting her family members there, and the small child.
It was not her family members, just by the by. It was a complete stranger. Yeah.
I'm going to have to go with Kinsman on that one.
Yeah, she's the worst one here. Okay. Yeah. I got a special. I appreciate the hubris on the first story.
A wallaby on third. There's a comment. Beavers will come back for those chopped trees.
I don't buy it, Joanne. I feel like they're going to get lazy. They're going to kick their tail up in the den, smoke a little bit of that legal grass, and then be like, "Oh, let's just grab another one from the backyard instead." I'm not trucking myself back up to Hersey for this.
All right, Mitchie. We got a couple locals, and then
we're
moving on out there, Kinsman.
Moving on out, yes.
Yeah, I think your light's dark tonight. You might be falling asleep on me there.
No, is it falling? I got the right. Hang on. There we go.
Okay, Mitch.
Better.
We'll talk to you when the show's over.
Yeah.
All right. See you, Mitch.
Mitch always has. I always wonder.
Just changed my light. I don't know what the light's a different tint. Who knows?
Do you know? I don't know what that Mitch thinks of at night, but he's got quite the wandering mind. He always comes up with these stories I never even knew existed. All right, Kins, what would you like to do? A couple of these locals?
Yeah, let's talk about a few of the locals, things happening in and around our area. Kapuskasing is going to turn 100 on April the 8th.
Yep.
A lot of viewers tune in from Cap. We just had Marcia Chum over the weekend, and that's where she's born and raised. They are going to turn 100 April 8th, and they just want to say, because of COVID and everything going on, if you follow their Facebook page on April 8th, 6:30, they're going to have a virtual celebration for Kapuskasing. So thought we'd mention that tonight.
Right.
What else are we talking about? Yeah,
the Rock, right? The Rock played their final game.
They're playing their final game right now at the McIntyre Arena. It's bittersweet because of COVID-19. The boys for the past 2 years have had the chemistry to be the team, to be take it all the way, win the championship.
Yeah.
Obviously, last year we stopped after playoff game number 1. This year, no playoffs. The boys have been playing great despite not being able to fight for a championship. The boys still fighting for points and to better their careers, but a few of the Rock players will not be with the Rock after tonight's game, so that's kind of sad. Just wanted to send a thumbs up to Tyler Masternak, Derek Sagan, Graham McCrory, Josh Dixon, and Riley Robitaille are playing their last game, and a combined 568 games they played for the Timmins Rock. So saluting the Timmins Rock tonight.
That's awesome, man. Congratulations, whether they won a championship or not, championship caliber team. And we are proud of them. And then we have some big golf news, probably a couple big golf news stories. But
yeah, a couple big golf newses. The first one, obviously, April the 10th, we're going to be a part of the Masters Challenge, which we'll talk about in a few minutes at the Surge. But this big golf story coming in, talking to Owen Rigg this afternoon, that the NGA, the Northern Golf Association, they have a Fall Series East Championship where this is played on various courses across Canada. Well, guess what? It's going to be played at the Hollander Golf Course this fall, I should say, September 16th through 19th, which is kind of exciting at the Hollander Golf Club. And it actually says, if you go to their website, follow them on the NGA and their Facebook post, registration is now open for all entrants if you want to play. You and I should tee up there, KLOMP.
Well, okay, so we're doing something close because we are hosting the Masters Challenge at the Surge on April the 10th. Starts at 5 o'clock. It's on the simulator. It's going to be a lot of fun. Longest drive, closest to the tee, hole-in-one competition. It's going to be awesome. You go with partners, so it's team versus team.
That's right. Mixed teams.
Yeah, mixed teams, elimination style. We are hosting the event, and it's going to be a lot of fun at the Surge, where we have signed a 1-year Timmins residency.
That's
right. We're going to be there a bunch of times every month, doing live shows, doing our stream shows there, doing trivia.
Our trivia nights.
Awesome people over there.
In variety shows, of course. And the golf is pretty exciting. I just wanted to say the last I chatted with Matt Vachon, and that's the guy you have to go through for Golf Timmins to sign up for this.
Mhm.
He was a third sold for the vacancy to play, and we just got word today that there is a hole-in-one sponsor, and that sponsor is going to allow someone to tee off on the simulator and possibly win I think it's $50,000. So,
Right.
And also talking to Matt, no one in the history of the golf simulator in the 15 years has actually had a hole-in-one.
Way to go, guys. I should send my husband there. I need a break. You send him there, Joanne. And
We'll take care of him.
We will buy him a beverage, and we will make sure he has a good night. All right, Kinsman, I get to say thanks to the sponsors tonight because you
You're
always
gonna say thanks to the sponsors. Oh, you know what we have to do? We
What do
need
we have
to
to
defeat the morning grind.
We do have to do. Oh, do you have the thing in front of you?
I do.
Defeat the morning. So we usually pick 2, but we only have 1 this week because Bombshell Beauty Bars was picked for Monday and they weren't available. So we did 2 Monday. We picked an alternate.
Yep.
So Bombshell Beauty Bars tomorrow and 1 other business. And we'll be there between 10 and 11.
Business.
I like how you have signs on there now.
Well,
you can tell you bought a new printer. You're showing it off. You're right. What kind of ink are you using there, Kinsman?
There we go.
All right.
All right.
So this is the second business for tomorrow.
And it is drum roll. Do we have a drum roll?
I did it already.
There we go. KINZ Safety.
Oh, KINZ Safety.
KINZ Safety. Yes.
They donate fire extinguishers to the trivia.
Yes, they do. And I know that they'll have multiple employees who are probably dying for coffee and some donuts from our friends at Tim Hortons. And again, they're our next winner for Defeat the Morning Grind with KINZ and KLOMP Live. Big thanks to our coffee sponsors, by the way, for this contest. This is our 3rd week doing this. Big thanks to Mikey Mason, Mikey's General Sales on Airport Road. We got Martin Peel, Pat's Canine Protection and Detection Services, and Spoiled Rotten, Melissa LaMarche on Wilson Avenue.
Yes, thank you so much. They've made this promotion a huge success. Yes, Joanne, South Porcupine Animal Hospital is in there because I know specifically because they took care of my little guy, Rookie, when he was really sick, and I love the folks over there. So every business that commented on the post is in there.
Yeah.
And we draw them the night before. Okay, so I am saying thank you to our sponsors, the good ladies and gentlemen at Timmins RV, the largest selections of RVs in this area. It's awesome there. They're fully stocked. You can purchase an RV. You can purchase used RVs. You can go and store your RV there for the winter. They got a dumping station. They got it all. We love them.
The cheapest propane in the city. That's the rumors. When it's propane filling season, go put David Sean Rowell to the test and fill up your propane tanks for the weekend.
You weren't going to let me do it, were you? Right?
You're still going along. I'm just adding my little my 2 cents here.
You always get to talk about our sponsors. I love them too, kids. Man.
I know.
Okay, but you do an amazing job.
I'm picking on the bald guy.
All right, yes, and I was getting picked on tonight, but Martin Peel, not a bald guy, a guy that you always want on by your side, but Pad's Canine Protection and Detection Services, who has been with us since day one. Humongous supporter of the show. Always think of creative ways to get out there with the community. And this program where he came up with Name the 2 New canines. I know he made 2 kids extremely happy. It was awesome. We love doing it. We look forward to doing more with Martin Peel, and we just love him. So thank you so much, Mr. Martin Peel. And you can play one heck of a guitar. How do you like that, Kinsman?
Can he play a guitar? Yes, he can.
Yeah, you heard it on the video.
I know. We heard it on the music clip there. But one little note there on the canines, when we ran it, we found out, remember, we pulled the names there. It was Harper LaMarche, and we said, I wonder if it's tied in with, Melissa LaMarche at Spoiled Rotten. Yes, it is. That's their little gal. When we ran into Melissa just the other day after the draw, she goes, I guess when we did the names, Harper goes up to them and goes, they named the dog after me, Harper LaMarche.
All right, Kinsman. I love it.
Kind of cute.
Check this out. I'm going to show you my golf swing before we, because we're going to be going there. Okay, ready? You ready?
Okay. You're a lefty.
How do I look?
Are you a lefty?
No?
No, that's a terrible swing.
Oh, okay. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right.